24-21. The cardiac Cowboys strike again. This time down 21-0. They rattle off 24 unanswered and take down the 8-2 Philadelphia Eagles at AT&T Stadium here in Week 12, keeping not only their hopes alive in game as they were down 21-0, but it keeps their season alive as well. Celebrations now ensue for at least a little bit of time. It's a short week, and of course the reigning AFC champions are coming to town on Thursday. But even out here outside of the locker room at AT&T Stadium, this is about as loud and rambunctious of a crowd of Cowboys fans, supporters, and front office personnel that we've ever seen.
Even the stat lady was running, man. I mean,
wow,
everybody charged
that's
up.
Big, man.
That's it.
Awesome.
Welcome into the First Word, presented by Dr. Pepper, alongside Isaiah Stanback, Barry Church, and Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Yeoman. Still trying to wrap our heads around every aspect of it, and it might take a little bit to really see what happened in this game. Dallas off to just a downright awful start, 21-0. At that point, if you're playing Madden at home, you're passing the controller.
Oh, yeah, you're off the sticks.
But instead of really passing the controller, they took charge of that football game, came all the way back, had some opportunities late to really take charge of it. We'll talk about that in a moment. Gave it back to Philadelphia, but still made the plays necessary, Isaiah, to come out victorious.
Only word that I can really say that really works with this scenario in this game is grit. That's really all it comes down to. The Dallas Cowboys made some very questionable decisions early in the game. They had some missed opportunities. They had turnovers. They had, just everything that could have went against them in the first half. Then they went into halftime, and they came out, and they made the decision that they were going to fight, and they were going to scratch, they were going to claw their way back into this ball game. And just like we always say, you take it week by week. Well, they took it play by play, and they worked their way back into a position that they could be in the ball game and eventually win the ball game.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, when I look at this team, I mean, it was just a bunch of resilient men out there battling their tails off to get the W in another classic NFC East rivalry game against the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, like we talked about, that first half couldn't have been any uglier, in my opinion. Philadelphia Eagles jump out to a 21-0 start. And a lot of teams could have folded in. This Dallas Cowboys team could have folded in and counted the chairs and said, you know what, let's just go on to the next week. But they didn't just do that. Halftime came around. They made adjustments offensively, started featuring George Pickens in the passing game, and he took off immensely. I mean, what can you say about a guy like George Pickens out there, the way he's able to, have that body control in the air, make those catches, contested catches at that. I mean, he took his game to a whole nother level. But I got to give a round of applause, however you want to do it. Kudos to this defensive team out there.
Buddy.
I mean, they were, people were talking about them, including myself, all season long, and rightfully so. They were up and down a bunch this whole entire season, but this is the first game in the 2025 season that I could say the Dallas Cowboys defense won this ball game for the franchise. I mean, when you look at it, battled out, held this NFC East Philadelphia Eagles to 0 points in the second half. I mean, that's an astonishment itself. They played great ball out there. They played as a unit, and they were flying around the football.
Much like the first game. Second half, the defense came out and played. But this time they got a Quentin Williams to help them, man. From the start, they was battling. I don't know what was wrong with Coach Shoddy. Like he was in a young fog in that first half. But one thing he did do, he kept giving it to Javonte Williams. He kept throwing it to Fergie. What's the little thing you call it, a little chip and dig?
Chip and flat.
Chip and flat. But he averaged 12 yards this game. He had a big game. I'm telling you what, 31 carries, 125 yards. We did not stop. We said it before the game. They have to continue to run regardless of what happens. So that way you can help your defense, and the defense took over. They kept us in the game in the first half, and they made big play after big play. I mean, one time Isaiah walked up and said, they finna get a big play. 2 plays later, they did what they had to do. This is what defense does for you.
And that's the thing, is that you made the trades, you made the acquisitions. Of course, you get some guys back from injury, but to have that complete of a turnaround from one half to the next, it's rarely done in sports. And when it is, it's a special moment. Could this be a defining moment for what this 2025 team really is?
Very much so, because you're still in the fight.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You came into this game 4-5-1. You understood that if you even want to have a prayer's chance at getting into the playoffs, you needed to win this ball game. You needed to win against the divisional leader. You needed to win against the defending champions, and you needed to win this with your new look defense, so you can go out there and take care of business and have the confidence to go out the remainder of the season again and turn this into a now 4-day season.
Yeah, without a doubt, this could be a turning point. We all played the game. We understand how much momentum is when you talk about the season and the games and all that stuff. But with the Cowboys I'm going to go back to what I said in pregame. You got to have those blinders on.
Yep.
This was one. You got the check mark. Boom. Now it's on to Kansas City. All right, focus in on them. Don't worry about what's happening on the left. Don't worry about what's happening on the right or what can happen in the future. You got to focus on the team at hand, and next is Kansas City. Hopefully they take that same mindset into that matchup on Thanksgiving.
You've heard these fellas speak truth. Let's keep playing, Cowboys.
And that's the biggest thing is you got to continue playing. It's a short week, and there's a lot of things still left to be done for this Cowboys team. We leave you with some of the final stats again, brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Of course, the Cowboys get the win, 24-21, the final score, erasing a 21-point deficit in the first half to come back and win this ball game with a game-winning 42-yard field goal from Brandon Aubrey. We have more post-game reaction from outside the locker room here at AT&T Stadium coming up very shortly, starting with Cowboys OT, which goes live at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. For Barry, Isaiah, and Nate, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Thanks for watching The First Word, presented by Dr. Pepper.